every night you have to.
Periodically. I mean, probably they won't trade them all. Right? The vast majority will be correct.
That could get confusing.
Well, it would be something. Let's say they find one that's
right.
unrelated. It's on another kid, right? What that just does, it gives the police. They have to go and they'll investigate again. They'll just do the same thing. They'll investigate everybody who's on the list, and they'll just ask them where they work. Right. It's a far cheaper way to do it from a budgetary standpoint. I mean, well,
$1 for each one seems cheaper to me.
Yeah, that for some market it is cheaper.
I would think that it would have less. They wouldn't wear like all these things all over their clothes, but I don't know.
Well, I don't see. Well, the reason it can actually is so threatening is that there's so many. It's messy. So the messiness of the defense is what makes it so difficult to defeat.
And the DNA doesn't get wiped off, or
we can in advanced version incorporate DNA preservative, something like Vaseline. Seals off the oxygen, makes it waterproof. So now it could sit there for years through weather, still detectable, still wirelessly detectable.
So that's another version.
That's a more advanced. So then it's weatherproof DNA.
Vaseline.
As an example, what it could be. Something that would encapsulate the skin.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, seal off the oxygen, seal off the water, and just hold it in stasis. So then, when you actually do find it, it's like okay, you just separate it and pull it out.
What are the objections people usually?
I couldn't get my kids to wear this over 8 years. I can understand. The kids get older; they don't want to be wearing something like this. A young child doesn't know any different. They say, "Okay, I'll wear it." But I guess once they get old enough to be, certainly a teenager, with middle school.
So I mean, I could see it being like the slinky bracelets or something like fun, or the pogs, like I said before. But what about under 8 years old? Is there an objection?
I haven't heard anything. As long as the parents can control what the kid will accept whatever the parents give them. Then it's like, well, fine.
So is anyone kind of parent or whoever really into this?
That's what I'm actually finding out. Yeah.
Okay.
The fact that you're talking so long with it is a good sign. But yeah, I'm doing the marketing verification, the consumer market verification. That's what I'm actually doing. We're about maybe 2 or 3 months from going to first production. Once I go.
You got my feedback?
Yeah.
And I have a marketing background.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, well, tell me. Yeah.
I am confused by the whole kid in a basket.
Kid in a basket?
Yeah, this kid being wheeled around, and then it's like, I thought it was a medical device. It's not a real, it doesn't look like a real world thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very confusing, and then the yellow signs are very confusing, and then
so it
it's very confusing.
It doesn't look coherent, yeah. In that, yeah, okay, thank you. It needs to look like what?
So you caught my attention because it was so radical looking. But then once you get the talking to any person at one of these events, maybe you have like another mannequin that just has a regular shirt on, just says, okay, this is, I don't know, and then you show them with it in their Crocs or as a bracelet or just looking like a normal kid.
Okay, so
I don't know.
It has to look like a normal kid.
But maybe to catch.
More like a common.
Yeah, not a kid. Maybe not wheeled around either. Maybe just like. I don't know.
Well, a model an actor that would just walk next to him and say, "What are you doing? What's this about?"
Yeah, maybe a kid walking with you look very. And maybe the back of their shirt says "Ask me," or like, "I don't want to be another face in the milk carton," or something, or ask me how this works.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can like rent a kid, but.
Well, certainly at a trade show, which
yeah.
Be good. Yeah.
You could, I don't know,
Well,
continue or
well, an actor is an actor. They have their agent.
right.
But okay, so your feedback is that this looks it attracts attention at a trade show, but in real life, no one would ever wear it.
I was confused, and you talking. I think it can be like a very concise explanation. I was kind of just maybe because you have so many different audiences. Although everyone's generally in tech where you go, but maybe one succinct message, and then this is a RFID enabled device that I don't know, it could be a viral. You're basically, I would take the position of, because there's no better demographic for viralization of something than kids. They get these like those little what were they called, like silly bands?
Yeah. Friendship
or
bands. Yeah.
the silly bands they were called that had all those shapes. Those like went crazy and everyone had them. These can be, you're basically taking a potentially viral product and preventing, crime. Like,
abduction of your child. So the parents would be for it. The mothers would say,
Right.
yes, please get it, and get as many as you like.
Right.
Cover yourself like a porcupine.
Right.
That's essentially that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, see that's what it is. See, now it's like it's slowly connecting for me why you're saying they should have so many.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole
Yeah, it's too messy for the kidnapper to manage. You can't.
even if he's aware that these things exist.
Yeah, it's been designed to be impossible actually to work out. But if just grabbing the kid is enough to get some of the clients.
But then once a kidnapper takes them, and like let's say take some, I mean, is it to have no unsolved mysteries, or is it to actually get the child back? Because it seems like the items fall off, but then within a minute, the kidnapper can have this kid in their trunk, like you said, and chop them in pieces.
But the phone will be called.
Well, let's say no phone.
No phone. Well, then
that's not your product.
Well, the kidnapper has probably been planning this very carefully. They usually don't do it spontaneously. And
they do it spontaneously. I don't know. I'd be careful about telling, unless that's a true statistic, because they might say a kid on a playground is very spontaneous.
I guess right. That's overstatement.
Yeah.
Okay. Stereotypically, it's some relatively loner guy who lives a couple blocks away, and close enough to observe and understand the schedule, but not so close to be recognized. And so they know them very well. That's a fatal basis. So from the repeated observations of this and the reading of these things, they'd be a little curious about it. They'd say, "Oh, that's what this is. It's not good for me." Maybe the kid down the street without it.
Like I've gotten my car broken into twice, and like there's been nothing stolen. Like one time, there's nothing in my car. They just broke the window and left. I put this sticker on my car that says like that there's live recording, but I don't. At the end of the day, I don't think anyone's gonna sit there and read it. They don't care. They're just one punched a window.
Right.
This was a 1 second event.
Yeah.
So are these people going to read? You're running to feel something really fast.
Well, like people like on a bell-shaped distribution. I believe you're right. Some people are so far out that they don't think of consequences. They just, I want to take the kid. I'll take the kid right now, even in broad daylight. The thought of punishment doesn't appeal to them.
Right.
And certainly for people like that, almost no defense works unless you take out a gun and shoot them. Right?
Okay.
It's not work. So some things we can't do anything about. All we can do is catch the guy later. Now, so you're right. Some of them are spontaneous, and some don't care about punishment. In which case, All you can do is hunt them down. But for the other majority, which is probably the vast majority, if we make it so if they do any force thought at all, and they say like, I really just want to strike in 15 seconds and get out of here, but it's going to take me a couple minutes to make sure I've got every single one of them. And especially since they don't know exactly how many they've got. They can't just say, oh, I've got 25. Say, what if you only gather 23? Did you leave 2 behind, or did you just only have 23? So that uncertainty, they don't know if they've looked enough or if they're looking too long. Right? So it's designed to create lots of uncertainty in the guy's mind.
Just like I have.
Yeah. So yeah, but since his life is at stake if he's wrong, yeah, and he probably runs this thing through his head if it even within range of rationality. We'll probably run the scenario through his head a couple hundred times. So we start to come to realize that, this kid is a lot harder to get than the one down there. Right? Go for the one down there. Easier, less risky. Right? And that's the market we're kind of going for. It's like, get this one first, that the people who want are really worried about protection, then move to the next one down.
So but if they do take the kid, then there could be as good as chopped up with you, but maybe at least you'll know who did it.
Right. And at least the parents will know that they've done everything they could. I mean, in some cases, you're right, the guy will take the kid spontaneously by some way they won't be able to get information or data on it, and he'll get away with it, right? But at least then the parents say, at least I did everything I could do. I did everything that was available. I did everything I could do. Don't have to feel guilty that I didn't do everything I could do. I did everything I could. So that part is no longer covered. And so that's what it can do.
I mean, it's cool. I could see sports teams, whatever fun things, on those buttons or whatever they are.
Well,
but yeah, I don't know.
Well,
it's still not completely connected.
Oh, awesome. In terms of this is important.
Well, if there was GPS, would make the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. We did consider that.
And I don't know how many kids you're playing in the street, running around. I don't know care how they're gonna. They could have a phone in their pocket. Does it necessarily have to be on their shirt like that?
No. It's just it's actually better if it's hidden, so the guy can't get to it. Right. And actually, another feature is that once the phone calls, you can't turn it off without taking the battery. So the phone keeps on calling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't.
You can't.
There'll be a secret code that the kid can enter.
What is that technology? Is that what the mini means?
It turns out it happens when our screen covers the entire display, so there's no soft key you can press to turn it off.
Is there a patent on that too? But you just.
That's just a side effect of what we do. So it's like, oh, well, you can't shut it off. So it's interesting. You'd have to go through the entire hard, something reset to turn it off.
Throw it in a lake.
True. But then again, the violence of throwing it in the lake takes more time, creates more DNA evidence, it's more violent, and so the thing is that it just creates more DNA evidence against them that he has to go and clean up, right? And the thing's already called, so the police are coming. He'll probably be there in 3 or 4 minutes. So.
Could it automatically send? And it sends their you says it sends their location, right?
Sends the GPS address. So if it's open sky, if we did it outside, we can probably see. He'll give us the address. Just right now, I can't see the satellite.